Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the latest updates on COVID-19 variants and their symptoms. As COVID continues to evolve, it's essential to stay informed about the new variants and how they impact our health. Let's get started. Currently, infections are on the rise in at least 39 states in the US, driven by a trio of new variants. These variants, KP.2, KP.3, and LB.1, are descendants of the JN.1 variant that dominated last winter. Dr. Thomas Russo from the University at Buffalo mentioned that summer spikes in COVID cases are common due to increased travel and indoor gatherings. The new variants, collectively referred to as FLiRT due to their amino acid changes, are showing an advantage over previous ones. KP.2 became dominant in the US last month, with KP.3 taking over in early June. Together with KP.1.1, these variants account for about 63% of current infections. LB.1, another emerging variant, makes up 17.5% of infections and is expected to become dominant soon. Despite being relatively new, it shows rapid growth, which scientists are keen to study further. Dr. Dan Barouch from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center noted that LB.1 might be more infectious and immunoevasive than the FLiRT variants. While the CDC no longer tracks COVID cases directly, it estimates transmission through emergency department visits. Recently, both COVID deaths and emergency visits have increased, with hospitalizations rising by 25% from late May to early June. California, in particular, has seen a notable rise in infections, indicated by increased coronavirus levels in wastewater and higher test positivity rates. COVID symptoms have remained relatively consistent over the past 2 years. Common symptoms include a high temperature, continuous cough, loss of smell or taste, shortness of breath, fatigue, body aches, headache, sore throat, runny nose, loss of appetite, diarrhea, and nausea. Experts advise that vulnerable individuals, such as the elderly or immunocompromised, consider getting the latest COVID vaccine if they haven't already. For most healthy people, it might be better to wait for the updated vaccines expected this fall, targeting the KP.2 variant. Despite the virus evolving beyond the current vaccines, they should still offer protection against severe disease. Testing remains a critical tool in managing COVID. Researchers from the University of Colorado Boulder suggest waiting 2 days after symptoms arise to test for COVID, as early testing might lead to false negatives. Their model shows that testing on day 3 reduces the false negative rate significantly. For those who can, taking a second test on the 3rd day can further decrease the likelihood of a false negative. This strategy helps identify those with a high viral load who are most likely to spread the virus. The test-to-exit strategy, where people test before ending isolation, could prevent more infections compared to a fixed 5-day isolation period. Understanding the behavior of new variants and their symptoms helps in making informed decisions about vaccination, testing, and isolation. As COVID continues to evolve, staying updated with the latest information is crucial. Let's now move on to some questions and answers regarding the current COVID situation. What are the new COVID variants causing the recent spike in cases? The new variants are KP.2, KP.3, and LB.1, collectively referred to as FLiRT due to their amino acid changes. How are these new variants different from previous ones? They appear to be more infectious and have some immunoevasive properties, giving them an advantage over prior variants. Why are COVID cases rising during the summer? Increased travel and indoor gatherings to escape the heat contribute to the rise in cases. What are the common symptoms of COVID with these new variants? Symptoms remain consistent: high temperature, continuous cough, loss of smell or taste, shortness of breath, fatigue, body aches, headache, sore throat, runny nose, loss of appetite, diarrhea, and nausea. Should I get vaccinated now or wait for the updated vaccines? Vulnerable individuals should consider getting vaccinated now, while healthy people might wait for the updated vaccines this fall. How effective are at-home COVID tests? Testing 2 days after symptoms arise reduces the false negative rate. A second test on the 3rd day further decreases it. What is the test-to-exit strategy? It's a method where people test before ending isolation, which can prevent more infections compared to a fixed isolation period. How is California particularly affected by the new variants? California has seen increased coronavirus levels in wastewater and higher positivity rates in tests. What measures can we take to protect ourselves from these new variants? Stay updated with vaccinations, test appropriately, and follow public health guidelines. Are the symptoms of the new variants different from previous ones? Generally, the symptoms have been consistent over the past 2 years, with no significant differences noted for the new variants. To conclude, staying informed about the evolving nature of COVID is crucial. Keep following health updates, get vaccinated as advised, and test appropriately to help control the spread of the virus. For more updates and detailed discussions, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Stay safe and take care.